Hey, this is Papa Ferg coming at you from Our Lady of Perpetual Help Parish in Allison Park, Pennsylvania, just outside of Pittsburgh. Hey, we've been doing the daily download from the last 11 years that I've been coming to Appalachia, but this year, 2023, we're adding an exciting new feature. I'm going to call this feature Mission Possible, and we're going to get into the heads and the hearts of our young adult leaders to find out what drives them to want to do mission work. So come along, pop your popcorn, and we're going to go have a chat. All right, so the way that this is going to work is there's going to be a question of the day. I'm going to ask that question, then you're going to hear these young adult leaders give their answers, all right? So let's listen in. And our first question of the day is, what is your name? How many years you've been coming to Appalachia? And what's one of your favorite memories that stands out in all your trips? All right, let's listen in.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth. This is my 8th Appalachia, and my favorite Appalachia memory was flood year. I was working with Sean Ferguson, Jack Monahan, and Maura Ruffner. They were my young adult leaders, and we were working on siding, and we had the best conversation about life, and that was the summer before I was going into college, so they gave me some great advice and tips that I still use today.
All right, thanks.
Yeah.
My name's Kyle. This is my 7th year at Appalachia. My favorite Appalachian memory was adoration for my 2nd year. Really opened up that time and gave it a shot, and it was a really good experience.
Hi, I'm Marina. This is my 5th Appalachia, and my favorite memory in Appalachia, although the Wormy story is pretty hard to top, I would say sharing a work site with my 2 cousins, Sean and then Tara, was probably one of my best experiences.
Hi, my name's Gabby. This is my 12th year, I think, coming to Appalachia. And one of my favorite memories in those 12 years is actually a repeating memory. So basically every end of the trip when we stay up ridiculously late or all night writing affirmations and just hanging out and talking.
Hi, I'm Katie. This is my 5th year of Appalachia. My favorite Appalachia memory is learning new things, especially building an addition for 2 kids' bedrooms.
Hi, I'm Luke Mylan. I've been coming to Appalachia for 4 years. And probably the biggest memory that sticks out to me is just the brotherhood, really just all the laughs, just the relationships I've grown here at Appalachia, all the new people I've met. But probably like the biggest thing that stuck out to me was the panel we did when I think I was a sophomore or junior, and just being able to ask any questions I wanted to from an older mentor really just, sort of put me at ease and just made me know that everyone went through the same thing that I did, and everyone has the same worries that you do. And it really just, put everything in perspective for me. So that was my favorite memory.
Over your right shoulder, give a kiss to that animal there.
My name is Vincenzo Battaglia. This is my 4th total year in Appalachia. My favorite memory from Appalachia is always doing riddles, especially the one night I was up until 4:30 a.m. playing the sculptor game until the breakfast ladies came in to start cooking breakfast, so we had to go to sleep.
Hey, I'm Adam Bittner. This is my 6th year in Appalachia, and I would say my favorite memory is my first week in Appalachia, which was back in 2015. Got to work with my father, so it was a great time, and just being there with all the older kids and really get to enjoy and get to meet everyone for the first time was a really eye-opening experience, and I'll never forget it.
Hi, I'm Leah. I've gone to Appalachia for 9, I think, years, and my favorite memory was the flood year when we stayed up until I think 3 or 4 a.m. doing affirmation bag notes by candlelight. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Tara. I have been coming to Appalachia this will be my 9th year. Favorite just part of this trip is definitely sharing this special place, just all the bonding that happens with my family, all my friends, both that I've grown up with and then met on this trip. The bond that everyone has together stays with everyone from year to year, and it's always great to come back each year and just pick up right where we all left off.
All right, so that's a wrap of this first episode of Mission Possible. tune in tomorrow for the next episode. And remember, ask yourself this question: who have I helped today? Take care. Hey guys, welcome back to the second day, Tuesday, of Mission Possible. Today's question is, describe Appalachia in one word and why. All right, let's take a listen. Come on.
If I had to describe Appalachia in one word, I would use the word love. I think there is so much love here in Appalachia, and that's between everybody working every single day, whether that's the cooks themselves, the foremen, and obviously our love for God himself. And we all, whether we know each other or not before the week, by the end of the week, we have that love with each other, for each other, and also for ourselves. And that is how I would describe Appalachia in one word.
Bulky. I think my word to describe Appalachia would be community, because I think that we are really just a big team and a big family. The people who come down, who work together, who know each other, the people who we meet down here at the Baptist Church, the Methodist Church, the work sites that we come to, the work sites we continue to come back to. And I think we've built just a really beautiful community that we all have chosen to be a part of.
Okay, I would describe Appalachia as simplicity, because you don't have your phones. You get to be present with the people around you, the families we're helping, and really just kind of experience wild and wonderful West Virginia.
So my word to describe Appalachia would be family. I know out here we're kind of a big family, so much so last night we got a text from Mrs. Ferg. Some of the young adults were just up late hanging out, talking. She said, everybody go to sleep from your Appalachian mom. Just kind of shows how much of a family we are here.
The word I would use to describe Appalachia is grounding, because I feel it's really impactful to come down here and just be rooted back in your truest self and surrounding yourself by the people who love you, and also diving into your relationship with the Lord. I think it's a really grounding week to just come back to who you really are supposed to be.
I would describe Appalachia as purpose. Since my first trip down here, I really learned how pouring yourself out to others really brings about a sense of purpose in your own life as well as others, and really inspires and motivates everyone on the trip to learn, just to see how giving of oneself really provides a purpose in our lives, and to bring that back home.
I describe Appalachia using the word interesting, whether you're learning new things, meeting new people, or learning how to problem solve a lot of issues that come up.
I would describe Appalachia in one word as family. Appalachia has brought me a second family where a lot of these friends are lifetime friends, and the relationships we make here are long lasting, and everyone cares so deeply about each other, and it's just it's one big family.
If I had to describe Appalachia in one word, I would say community, because we're our own little community here. I'd say we all help each other. We're all here for each other. It's like its own little world inside of our much bigger, more busy lives. So yeah, I would call it a community.
If I had to describe Appalachia in one word, I think that I would say rave, and part of that is because of a joke, but also because I think that it's genuinely the most fun week of my year. Miss you from me and Poppy.
Wow, was that awesome or what? Those young adult leaders, they are truly impressive. Hey, that wraps another episode of Mission Possible for today. Tune in tomorrow where we'll hear another question being addressed. In the meantime, take a look around and see if there's anybody out there who you can help. Take care. Hey there, Papa Ferg coming at you again. Day number 3 in Appalachia and Mission Possible. So today's question for these young adult leaders is, how would you describe your very first Appalachia mission trip experience? Why don't we pay attention and listen closely, all right? Ready? Let's go.
One of my favorite quotes is that people will never forget the way you make them feel, and I would definitely say that would describe my first year in Appalachia. I came to Appalachia after a very hard freshman year of high school, and I knew absolutely nobody except my cousin Sean, and I was welcomed with open arms, and everyone was so accepting and loving and kind and just embracing their being authentic and genuine and everything like that. And I would say from the moment I came to Appalachia, I felt very welcomed. And
Heading into my first week at Appalachia, I was definitely pretty nervous, being from a different church and not knowing a whole lot of people. Wasn't really sure how it was going to go, and didn't really have that many construction experience either, so I thought I was going to be exposed for not knowing a lot of things. And throughout the week, all of those expectations were just shattered. Everyone was very welcoming, and I learned a ton, and it was just a lot of fun getting to know everyone and build that second family and learn all the things I did throughout the week.
Coming into my first year of Appalachia, I was super nervous because I had no idea what I was doing. I had never used power tools or anything, built anything like that. I was also super excited because I'd heard so much about it from my sister and how much fun her and her friends have had. And I also got to do it with my dad, which was really cool.
What's up, guys? I felt when I was in Appalachia for the first time was I was nervous. I was a freshman, and I felt a little insecure, although I did know a lot of people here. But the second I got here, immediately welcomed by everyone. Like I said in the last video, it's a community. Everyone loves each other and everyone wants to support each other. So I felt that immediately when I came here.
I think on my first trip, I was really nervous to learn how to use tools. I'm obviously a very girly girl, so I think that was something that I came into being like, I am going to be completely lost. But what really helped is how helpful everyone is, and still is, because I still don't know how to do a lot. But that worry very quickly abated with all the help I got.
I would explain my first Appalachia experience as eye-opening. I say that because it really opened my eyes to what was out there in the world and the help and the love that we have for each other, as well as on my first year we had such a great team, and we also had the help of a fellow Appalachia resident helping us, and it really opened my eyes to see how our love and the effect that we made on his life, that he wanted to continue to spread that light as well, and that will be something I never forget, and especially that team I have. So shout out everyone from my first year.
So my first year in Appalachia, I walked in thinking that I knew what to expect. I felt calm, I felt collected, I felt excited, but I walked out of Appalachia that year with so many unexpected surprises and gifts of getting to know people who I already knew in such a different and beautiful way, and did a whole lot for a community that I didn't know existed in my backyard.
For my first Appalachia experience, I'd say I was excited but nervous, mainly about the work. I knew nothing about construction. And I realized once I got to the site, it's all about just having fun. You're never asked to do anything crazy, and you actually do a lot of demolition and knocking stuff down, which is a lot of fun. And now my favorite thing on the work sites is just to carry heavy stuff, and I get to do plenty of that here. So don't be nervous about the construction. It's always a great time.
I was really excited going on my first Appalachia just because I had gotten the inside scoop from my older brother as well as Mrs. Ferg, but it definitely exceeded all my expectations. My biggest takeaway from that trip was just how easy it was to form the friendships from people that I knew from school and just really got to know better, or new people that I met on the trip. It's just a very unique aspect of the trip just to be able to form friendships so quickly and so deeply, and I definitely look back on my first trip and remember that.
So before my first Appalachia experience, I definitely was a little nervous, a little shy going into the experience. But as the days progressed, I broke out of my shell, definitely became more confident in who I was. It helps because the people definitely hype you up. And by the end of the week, now looking back on it, my first Appalachia experience was the foundation to not only the rest of my Appalachias, but the foundation of my faith life, and I am forever grateful for it.
Even on a rainy Appalachia day, those young adult leaders shine. Unbelievable. Hey, that's a wrap on another day of Mission Possible. Tune in tomorrow when we ask another question of those young adult leaders and see how they respond. Ciao. Actually, let me ask you this question. Something for you to think about before we go. How can you be a ray of sunshine in somebody else's rainy day?